Hmm. Hey, Shalom. Yahaba Shemal Shabrakatah to the brothers. Yahweh Shemar Alatha Ba Shemal to the sisters. I'm Priest and Officer of 500 Quadza under Commander Jenny Hanna. My organization I'm affiliated with is the One West Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, which was established since 1969 out of One West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding Jenny Hanna. And yes, the One West ISUPK is home of the truth. We have been proving that since 1969 till 2026. And in the near future, we will still be the home of the truth. So my thing is, as far as like being the home of the truth, though, we don't never tell no brother or sister that they can't teach the truth. That's not who's not affiliated with us or anything, though. You know what I'm saying? If it's like different people of ours that claim to say they know the truth, though, and know the Bible and know the Most High, though, and they're teaching it, and they're not affiliated with us, though, we're not going to stop them. That's not our thing. Our job is not to stop them. Let them do their thing, though. Our job in the Truth under Commander Jenny Hanna is to keep the commandments, encourage, inspire brotherhood and sisterhood, and do the work of the Lord and do our thing and raise up our nation. Because through time, though, the Most High is going to reveal false leaders and false people who's teaching vain philosophies to destroy the minds of our people, though. So this is why this topic, we're going to break that out right now, though. Exposing false leaders. That's what the ISUPK do, where our job is to expose false leaders, especially if they claim to say they love God and follow Jesus and love Jesus, but they doing the whole entire opposite of what Christ wants our people to do. So it's our job to expose that. And we got to remember, though, that's of the Most High. Everything we do is the power of the Most High. Let's go to Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. Matthew 6 and 24. For brothers watching class, please like, subscribe, and share the class, though. Important information. Let's go get Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians in the right spirit of the Most High. And yes, the Bible definitely speaks about the men of the Lord exposing fake leaders who are destroying the minds of our people and teaching vain philosophies and doing carnal things or anything that's anti-Christ against it, or anything that's absolutely against the Most High. Has nothing to do with the Bible, right? This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, right? No man can serve. Christ is saying out of his mouth, no man can serve two masters. You know, if we go follow Christ, if we say we love Jesus, we got to follow one master. That's Christ. We got to follow Christ because Christ followed the Most High. In the earth, we follow Commanding Jenny Hanna because right now on the earth, Commanding Jenny Hanna is the leader. No one else. Until Christ returns back to the earth, until the Most High give Christ the order, the green light to return back to the earth. Right now, Commanding Jenny Hanna is the leader. Anybody that's not that claim to be in the truth, though, but you're not under Commanding Jenny Hanna, Lord be with you, though. Lord, Lord allow you get your mind and spirit right to follow the proper leader, which is Commanding Jenny Hanna, because no other man on earth right now is a true prophet right now except Commanding Jenny Hanna. So again, Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man, this is what Christ said out of his mouth. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other. So my thing is, though, if you claim to love the truth, though, you're not saying you either hate the Most High or you love the Most High. If you are under the proper leadership, then you love the Most High. If you claim to say you want to do your own thing, or you say you don't need no man above you or to give you orders and instructions and directions, then you can't claim, then you hate the Most High, because the Most High is all about order, instructions, and protocols. You know, uh, I'll give you an example. Christianity follow white Jesus, though. That's not following Yahweh Shai. That's not following a black man named Christ, according to the book of Revelations, the book of Daniel, and the book of Solomon, and other books that shows that color and identity matters. You know, Christianity follow white Jesus. Islam follow Allah or Muhammad. That has nothing to do with the Most High, the Bible. It has nothing to do with Yahweh Shai Bashai, Jesus Christ. If you follow Buddhism, you following after a Chinese god. See, if you know, if you're not following the God of the Bible, then you hate the Most High. You serving another master. Whether you self worship, or you worship Satan, or you worship a false deity, you know, Christ clearly says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the other and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. You know what I'm saying? Christianity worship money. You know, a lot of fake Israelite groups worship money. You know, they're it's just been revealed that they just in for the money. They're not trying to save lives of brothers and sisters. Same as IUIC, they don't differ. It's a money scandal. They're not really saving lives. They're not in the prisons saving lives of brothers and sisters in the prisons. They're not really out there feeding the flock, feeding the homeless, healing the sick, mentally, spiritually, physically. They're not doing none of that. You know. So again, this is what Christ said. You know. So this reveals that, you know, false leaders, you know what I'm saying? False leaders don't serve the Most High. False leaders say they love Jesus, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if you, how could you say you love Jesus though, but you pray to Allah, which is a rock, or you follow Muhammad? That just don't make sense though. The Bible says no man can serve two masters. You know what I'm saying? The Quran has nothing to do with the truth. The Quran does expose that the children of Israel, blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, are the Lord's chosen people, though. But the Quran is not the truth. The Holy Bible is. You know what I'm saying? When you follow the Holy Bible, you following the God of niggas. And this is referred to blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians. The Most High says you. I'll make it clear though. Christ said in Matthew chapter 6, verse 24, no man can serve two masters. And we know that Christ is not going to disobey the Most High. So if Christ is speaking it out, though, what the hell you think the Most High is going to say? You know, can't serve two masters. You can't serve money and serve God. It's good to have money though, but you got to put the Lord before you, right? You got to put the Most High before you. You know, it's not about you. Let's go to Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in the straight gate, for wide it is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. See, when we come into this truth, though, we got to enter that straight gate. We gotta follow the straight gate properly. You know, we can't. The gate that we follow cannot be wide, because when you are coming to this truth, though, especially if you're under command of Jenny Hanado, the Most High will test you. Okay, even like if you're not under command of Jenny Hanado, the Most High is really testing you to see how loyal you really are. If you really got the courage to be under the proper leadership, which is the ISUPK. You know, you can't follow Christianity though, because Christianity is going to make you serve white Jesus. You know, so Christianity is going to make you be a sexual deviant in all types of wickedness and manner. You can't join a fake Israelite group though, because they don't have brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Fake Israelite groups don't have brotherhood. They don't understand brotherhood. And not to knock no one though, but it's a fact though, because if they had brotherhood, um under commanding Jenny in one accord. You know what I'm saying? Not two different Passovers. I bet I just made a perfect example. So, you know, again, Christ is saying out of Matthew chapter 7, verse 13, enter ye in the straight gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction. See, when you want to follow the wide gate, though, it leads to your downfall. It makes you serve other deities. It makes you follow after America. It makes you go against your own people. It makes you unstable, you know. And being in a wide gate is going to make you unstable. It's going to make you not grounded into this truth. And many there be which goes in thereat, you know. Verse 14, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth into life. Right. When you follow the narrow way, your life is going to be in order. You're not gonna only be keeping the commandments, but you're gonna understand how to conduct brotherhood and sisterhood in proper manner. You're gonna understand that it's not about you. You're gonna understand that you got to be mindful that the truth of the Most High is before anything. You got to understand that you got to be more patient when you are in this truth. And we are in this truth, though, you got to understand that the Most High is going to test you. And another thing we got to understand, when we are in this truth, when we follow the narrow gate, though, the Most High is going to test you like crazy. Satan's going to tempt you. This. You got to understand. This ain't going to be no walk in the park. You will be tested. Satan will tempt you. You know. So like, definitely be prepared. I'll quote Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 1. When we come to serve the Lord thy power, you know what I'm saying, prepare thy soul for temptation. Your spirit is going to be tested by the Most High. Satan is going to tempt you. You know, you're not going to just get rewarded. You're not going to just receive rulership or a crown from Christ and you're not tested. That's not how this works. The Lord does that for a reason, to see if you are worthy. Satan's job is to disprove us, but the Most High is testing us. But we have Christ on our side. We just got to have faith. Got to understand that. You know, we you know, and the biggest thing with our people is pride. You know what I'm saying? Proudness. You know, which lead us to being a wide gate. But we follow the narrow gate though, in one leadership. You know, and understanding how to operate the spirit of brotherhood and sisterhood and doing the work of the Lord, though, we'll be fine. And narrow is the way which leadeth into life. Right. When we follow the narrow gate, we receive life. If you follow the wide gate, it's the opposite. You receive death. And few there be that find it. Right. That's the whole point. This is why the Most High has tested us. And, and everybody's getting exposed or revealed to see if who's really following the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Far as like us being the truth under command of Jenny Hanna, and then you got different religious groups and fake Israelite groups. You know what I'm saying? It's been exposed. Like, when you are in the truth, though, you find out for sure who's really following the Most High and who's not. And in due time, everybody's going to find out. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's really following Christ and who's not, who's doing the whole opposite. So that's something important we got to understand. Let's go to Matthew chapter 15, verse 14. Just the book of Matthew chapter 15, verse 14. And here's the thing, you know, I'm going to read it. I'm going to go ahead and read it. This the book of Matthew chapter 15, verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind, leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. This the thing that Christ is bringing out. Right.
Hello, the
Christ
downtown Central
and
Library
the
will be
prophets of
closing
old
in
was
45
telling us in
minutes.
the
If
past,
you
though,
need a library
there's
card or
always
other assistance,
traitors
please see a
and
staff member.
people that
Thank
was
you.
disloyal or brothers and sisters that's just too proud, too pride. And then when they do their own thing, they don't want to follow orders. They don't want to humble themselves and get in line. You know what I'm saying? They want to do their own thing. Like you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be that man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be that guy. But in order to be that guy, you got to learn how to you got to learn how to uh, be at the bottom and follow orders and receive instructions and directions from men above you before you decide to lead. And here's the thing: I want to sidebar real quick. When you get into the ISUPK, everything that you learned about that you thought about the Most High back in the world, you throw that away. You do away with it. In the ISUPK, you go pronounce the Most High's name properly. You go pronounce our King Yahweh's name properly. You go to say the prayers name properly. You're going to learn to speak Hebrew to a certain extent. You're going to learn some Lashwan Gadash. You're going to learn how to establish order. You're going to learn to humble yourself. You're going to learn to follow orders. You're going to learn to um, forgive your brothers and sisters and have compassion for your brothers and sisters, Blacks, Latinos, and African Indians, in order to be successful according to the Lord's understanding, right? But for those that don't, though, Christ saying, let them alone, leave them alone. They be blind. Leaders of the blind, let them be blind, because you got a lot of brothers and sisters that's so proud and, and so prideful, you know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that's really caught up in Christianity or in a fake Israelite group and think they know everything and don't want to humble themselves, though. You know what I'm saying? Just leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? The Lord will deal with them eventually. The Lord will expose them if they don't um if they don't get in order. You know what I'm saying? If they don't, if they don't, right. Because as the blind lead the blind, the Christian pastors destroy the minds of Blacks, Latinos, and African Indians. The imams from Islam or the Islam leaders destroy the minds of our brothers and sisters because they're serving another deity first and foremost. You know, the Lord hates it when we serve another God. I just read that you cannot serve Matthew 6:24. We cannot serve two different masters. You can't serve the Most High and serve Allah. You know what I'm saying? The Most High and Allah is not the same. Allah is a fake deity. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is a real God. The God of niggas is real. You know what I'm saying? The God of niggas will destroy us if he wants to. The God of niggas will redeem us and put us back on top if we obey him. That Allah can't do none of that shit. Salaki. White Jesus can't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? My point is, though, it's important for us to notice, though, fake Israelite groups don't want to get in order and execute brotherhood in proper manner. So those fake Israelite groups lead to other blind, destroying other brothers and sisters because uh, uh, this precept shows that the Most High is exposing a lot of these fake Israelite groups and these Christian pastors and these political leaders and these entertainers that's destroying the minds of our brothers and sisters. And our brothers and sisters look up to them for guidance, for instruction, for direction. What happened is, unfortunately, when our brothers and sisters get the wrong guidance, direction, instruction from these false leaders, though, they end up going to jail. They end up getting unalived by the police. They end up becoming crackheads. They end up becoming sexual deviants. They end up becoming drug dealers. They end up becoming gangbangers. They end up becoming some form of wickedness that the Lord is against, and it destroys our people, not only individually, but as a nation. So this is important that we understand it. That like Christ is bringing out in Matthew 15 and 14, let them like the like these false leaders that's doing that, though, let them alone, leave them alone. they be blind, leaders of the blind. If the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Because we can give brothers and sisters, our people, the spiritual medicine that they need out the Bible, because we're properly trained from this under command of Jenny Honordo. But if our brothers and sisters, regardless of what nomination they're in, regardless of what fake Israelite group they're in, if they disagree with us, though, leave them alone. If they don't want to change their ways, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? Just leave them alone. The Lord will go deal with them if they don't change their ways. So it's important for us to know that as well too. You know, leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? We don't stop no fake Israelite group from teaching, and we don't stop no Christian pastor from preaching whatever they got going on. Let them do what they got to do. Our job under command of Jenny Hanna is to do our work. We go out in the streets and do the public speaking. I'm in a class right now doing the classroom teaching, classroom speaking, you know, and that's a great thing. The brothers and sisters are allowed to raise their hand and ask questions in the class, or even out during public speaking. A brother and sister can bring out a question and a statement, and then we'll deal with that brother and sister to get them in the right spirit. You know, the leaders of our quote unquote leaders of our people that follow the different nominations and fake Israelite groups don't have the answers. Only we do. They don't. Because if they did though, the brothers and sisters that get on the quote unquote councils will be healed, not repeating something that some affliction that they're going through, and then the affliction gets worse and worse, you know. And we see brothers and sisters from fake Israelite groups making short videos exposing the Israelite group they was in, and they quote unquote got counsel, and the counsel fails. The counsel does absolutely nothing with them, because it shows you right now the Most High is exposing these fake leaders and these false pastors and these false people that claim to be in the truth, though, because even by they put their videos out through YouTube or different social medias, though, they're exposing themselves. They're telling on themselves. That's of the Lord. Like again, the Most High is going to expose everybody that's teaching falsely or doing wickedly. You know, that's why we say you got to get up under here through the right leadership under command of Jenny Honordo, because we have professional counselors. We have professional priests and prophets like myself. I teach, I instruct, I guide, I direct. Now, if a brother or sister need proper counseling, depending on the circumstance, this is where I direct them to the general, the captain, or an officer that's qualified in that specific counseling. I'm not qualified for that, so I'm not going to just tell you any damn thing. I'm going to do the right thing, so I don't destroy that brother or sister mind, spirit, and body. We don't do that. Everything we do, we held accountable for it, though. So just remember, for all these fake leaders and fake Christian pastors and fake Israelite groups and fake Islam imams, though, everything that you're doing, though, the Most High is going to hold you accountable for that. The angels are here on this earth right now, writing down records, holding everybody accountable for everything that they do. We better quit playing out here, man. You better quit playing with the Most High out here, man. We better get under the right leadership, which is commanded Jenny Hanna ISUPK, man. If any brother need help or guidance or some type of counsel, man, we got numbers throughout the globe, man. Look us up through the Google and call any number. It ain't hard to do that. But you're so quick to put that tithe money to the Christian pastors, though, when they do absolutely nothing, though. You know, and we see why we got too many oppressors and white people unalive our people in these different churches and grocery stores, though, because of that, you know, but because of that. And I sidebar from that, though, because this is exposing that the people we have, though, are not designed to. They're not designed to guide us, lead our people. They're not. They're not qualified to lead the people at all. Let's go to Psalms chapter 12, verse 2. Like I said, if I don't know anything, I'm gonna far as like the truth though, I'm gonna speak to the men that's above me, so they could coach me, direct me, and guide me. I speak to them all the time. You know, even in the worldly side, if it's like a skill from the world, but it doesn't pertain to truth though, if this brother or sister is good at this specific skill, you know, if it's what if it's like with money or like mechanics or something though, if I don't know what the hell I'm doing though, I'm gonna ask that brother or sister to show me, to guide me, to direct me, show me the fundamentals so I can get to it though. You know, I'm not going to sit and pretend like I know it, but don't fucking know it. You know, and look like a damn idiot. You know, and that's good to, for us to understand. It's good to us to really understand. You know, but far as like when it comes to the truth of the Most High, I teach you everything that the men above me teach it though. I have my own style of teaching, my own style of teaching though, but we all teach the same thing, teach the same doctrine. You know, we all follow the same accord under command of Jenny Han and the ISUPK. And the one thing every every general captain and officer under command of Jenny Han is qualified to teach. That's one thing for that though. I pray you understand. That's one thing though. I'm definitely qualified to teach, instruct, and guide. So we at Psalms chapter 12, verse 2. They speak vanity, they speak vanity, everyone with his neighbor. With flattering lips, with a double heart do they speak. This is revealing um, our false leaders that follow Christianity or different religions or fake Israelite groups. Why is it important to do that though? Because here's the thing though, Christian pastors, you got um people, brothers from fake Israelite groups, and you got brothers um and sisters from different nominations and religions speak like they're the type of man to be heard and to be reckoned with, right? To our people, right? In their congregations, like it seemed important though, like it's gonna do them any good though. But they have a double heart. Your heart is a mind. They have a double mind. Do they speak though? Why is this? Why is the Most High is bringing out though? Because they tell Christian pastors will tell you to do one thing, but behind closed doors they do the whole opposite. Just like with fake Israelite groups though, they teach our people one thing about the Bible, but behind closed doors, though, they're into whatever sexual deviancy that they do. Because again, the Most High exposed these different false leaders. You know what I'm saying? Some of them says you can sleep with underage women. You know, that's GMS. You know, you can some say you can sleep with other women from different races. That's GOCC. See, that's another fake Israelite group being exposed. You got another fake Israelite group that's into having sexual interactions with other men. That's IUIC. It's been the leader uh, has been exposed to that though. You know what I'm saying? He's into other men, which is disgusting, and you know what I'm saying? That's just troubling, right? You know, that's just terrible. And they want to have intercourse with Africans. You know, that's been revealed. You know, so and you got another group that wants to get sexually penetrated up his rectum. You know, we kind of figure out who that is though, so that's another thing. But they claim to be leaders though. You know, they claim to be leaders of our people though. And then when he got exposed, he dry snitched and told other of his members that took part of that too though. So that just shows you all of that is true. You know what I'm saying? And again, you know, this is the Most High exposing false leaders, because you can't say you're a man of God, but you doing something that's unseemly behind closed doors. Like I said, a lot of these different groups have a bad habit of their own sexual deviancy. All that is sexual deviance, and all that is unlawful, and it's against the Most High. You can't be a leader of the Most High, but you're doing sexual deviancy behind closed doors. You can't be a leader and a man of God, but you have a double heart mind, and doing things you have no business doing, and doing evil behind closed doors, doing wicked behind closed doors. You can't say you're a man of God, but you claim to be a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck we talking about? You know what I'm saying? You either serve the Most High or you gangbanging. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously if you gangbanging, you got to touch to unalive your own people. And 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying, that's what gangbangers do. They unalive their own people. Because here's the thing, I'm a sidebar. The statistics in the United States say that a lot of people unalive people of the same race. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's Mexican versus Mexican, black on black, white on white. And then a lot of it involves gang activity though. So my point is though, you can't be a man that has a double heart, but you're speaking godly to the people and claiming that you're some man of God. That's what I'm bringing out though. All of this expose of that our people have to beware of fake leaders, fake Israelite groups. We gotta beware of them. We gotta question them. You know what I'm saying? Like to understand what they're doing though. Like if I'll tell you this though, I'll tell you what, any brother or sister outside of the ISUPK come up to me and speak to me though, and has an interest and want to know all about what I got going on though, that's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that me being under Commander Jenny Hunter though, everybody is watching me, and everything I'm held accountable for every single thing that I'm doing. We don't fucking play games in the school. So if any like, and I'll say it aggressive like this though, because this truth makes a real nigga aggressive. You know what I'm saying? For real. But righteously though. Everything we do is righteously though, but we're aggressive for a reason though. We ain't no soft, sweet speaking pastors that speak a good tongue though, but you know what I'm saying, behind closed doors, you into sexual deviancy, or you spending up all the money, gobbling up all the monies and resources from the people in the neighborhood, starving the people from the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be claiming you a man of God though, but behind closed doors though, you in some type of sexual deviancy. That's why we tell our brothers and sisters though, you need to really examine who you try to follow before you claim to say you in the truth or whatever. You know, you really need to examine on who you're dealing with though. And that's why, like, if any brother or sister try to like spiritually examine me though, I don't have a problem. I'm super competent because I understand that who I'm serving and who I'm following though, we don't effing play games. We don't have to play games. I just made it clear though that the angels are in earth today, right now in this classroom, watching everything that I'm doing, watching everything that everybody's doing on earth though, especially among with our brothers and sisters though, because everything is being reported and recorded. And this is why that when we see any of our brothers and sisters of Black, Latino, and First Nation people doing anything out of the ordinary, though, and they claim they a man of God or a woman of God, though, we need to charge them. We have to charge them, and it's right to charge them because we have to hold ourselves accountable on everything we do. Let me go to Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. And that's why I effing love this truth under Commander Jenny Hondo, because we are not a respecter of persons, man. And accountability is something, man. Accountability, like a man or a woman of true understanding that serve the Most High properly and understands they have to hold themselves accountable on everything that they do, though, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's effing magnificent, man. You can't get better than that, man. You can't call yourself no damn leader though, or no priest or prophet if you don't like accountability. If you don't like you can't hold yourself accountable on the things that you do or you got going on. Like real talk, man. Like stop it, stop it. You know. I said Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord. You know, a fault like for for our people that claim to be leaders that say they follow God and say they love Jesus, they have a false balance, which is an abomination, though, because you mean to tell me they're claiming they're this priest and prophet, or they're this pastor, or they're this political leader that say in God we trust, though, you know what I'm saying? That's not how we were quoted anyways in what we got going to ISUPK, though. But a lot of times they take the Most High's name in vain because they claim this pedestal, though, but they're doing things that's against the Most High. Number one, you're not doing what Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1 says. You need to be gathered with the men of God under command of Jenny Honado, with the brotherhood and sisterhood, so we can build this nation. That's the first thing we need to be doing. You know, another thing is we need to all be in one accord, like the scripture said, one accord. We have different personalities and different characters. That's fine. That's acceptable. But when it comes to the truth of the Most High, we need to be in one accord, one body, one faith, one baptism. Not like what John the Baptist did his own thing. You know what I'm saying? And was a very disloyal. He was a very disloyal brother and showed lack of brotherhood. And John the Baptist got what he deserved, according to the Bible, because the Most High is no sucker. The Most High don't play games. Christ is no sucker. We ain't no damn suckers, man. Like you do anything disloyal or anything to make the school look bad, man, your ass is out of here. Like seriously, you know. That's why myself, I gotta check myself every single day. Make sure I'm right. I'm in the right spirit. I can't be a false balance. I gotta be a just. I gotta be upright. But a just weight is His delight. You got to be a just weight. You got to be upright. You got to your mind got to be sober. Your mind got to be focused. You know, you can't be uh in and out. You can't be half the fuck way in. That's not how this works. You know, that's why the ISUPK say that we're not affiliated with no other Israelite group or no other organization or no other nomination or religious group, though, because all these different nominations and different alphabetical Israelite groups, though, is halfway in, like two two stepping in. You know what I'm saying? Like, which don't make sense. You know, you got like up in here, in this organization, you got to be all the way in. You got to be all the way, accurate. You gotta be absolute. You can't, right? You know, say I love that word, absolute. You know, got to be absolute. You know, America is false balance, though, because again, you know what I'm saying, the dollar sign of America. Hold on, let me see. The dollar bill of America, right? This dollar bill of America, right? Let me see. It says in God we trust, right? In God we trust. In the American dollar bill, it says in God we trust, though. But does America do anything that the Most High orders us to do, instruct us to do? Does America do anything that Jesus requires us to do? But America said they love Jesus, though. No, they don't. No, the fuck they don't. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, though, when it comes to this truth, though, and when we follow the leader in our organization, though, we gotta be just wait, though. Our mind gotta be right. We can't be a naysay. We gotta the scriptures do say prove all things, according to 2 Thessalonians. You know, um, I'm going to pull one more precept out, and I'm going to end the class today, though. I'm gonna get back with it again, though. But I'm gonna pull one more precept out for time's sake, though. How about 1 John chapter 4, verse 20? Lord, I can get two more for time's sake. I got to wrap it up, unfortunately. This the book of chapter, the book of 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God, right? We all say we love God or the Most High, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. So a lot of these different fake Israelite groups, they hate each other. Christianity, good night. You can forget about it. They hate each other. Islam, forget about it. They hate each other. Islam got a bunch of drug dealers and gangbangers. They hate each other. That just proved my point right there. America, good night. Democrats, Republicans, they hate each other. The Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, the KKK, the neo Nazis, the kamikaze Tazis, all of them, other LGBT, XYZ, IUIC, white boys hate each other, but they love America, you know. But they love to say, "In God we trust," just like I showed on that dollar bill. In God we trust. But they love to say, "God be with us." Though Donald Trump said himself, right? But guess what? The Bible says to expose these false leaders and false people to claim they're a man of God, though. But everything doing is hypocritical. It's you know what I'm saying, it's a false balance. It just don't ever make sense. You know, man, you are a damn liar because you hate. Because how could you say America say they love the Most High, but they hate blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians? And according to the Bible, blacks, Latinos, and First Nation people are the Lord's chosen people. Facts. You know, I said that's another topic for that. Though we'd have proved that since 1969, and we go keep proving it. You know, for he that loveth not his brother whom he have seen, how can he love God who he have not seen? So this pertains to our people though, out here in America, blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, everywhere throughout the earth though. We claim to say we love the Most High though, but we so disloyal and we got so much hatred and grudge towards each other. But we don't know the Most High. We never seen the Most High, but we see each other every day. You know, verse 21. In this commandment, how can he love God who he have not seen? Right, and that's specifically to a lot of our brothers and sisters following Christianity and other religions in America. Verse 21. In this commandment have we from him, and he who loveth the Most High loveth his brother also. See, when you and it's truth though, we love our people though, but we train how to deal with each other though. I love my mother entirely different from how I love my father. My biological mother and my biological father do. By I have to honor both my father and my mother because the Most High fucking said so. You know what I'm saying? But I love them differently though. From from a distance though, even though they don't agree to the belief system I follow out the Holy Bible, which is the truth. You know, but I love them to death though, and I have to honor them. You see what I'm saying? Good evening. Let me see if I get Ephesians chapter 4, verse 4. Begin to wrap up your work and gather your belongings. Thank you. Ephesians 4 and 4, last precept. There is one body and one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling. Verse 5, one Lord, one faith, one baptism. Because and in the truth in the ISUPK though, we serve the Most High. We follow Yahweh Shai or Jesus Christ, a black man named Jesus Christ, according to the Bible. And in Christianity, they follow white Jesus. Islam, they follow the God of Arabs. Fake Israelite groups, though, they call them by the wrong name, or they're doing a lot of things that the Most High in Christ is absolutely against, though, which I just proved, though. So they're not in one body. They're not in one spirit. They're not like-minded. They're not in proper faith, though. They're not spiritually baptized like the ISUPK does it. When you get anointed, get the oil poured over your head, and the priest of the Most High say Yabaraka Yahweh, for example, and things of that nature, though. So I got to wrap it up, though. I can get back to this topic again another time, though, but this is something that's heavy. Imagine, which means to stand. Give a courtesy announcement. This is ISUPK security announcements. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the heads. Ties, which commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means 10th in Hebrew, Ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the general. Priest by free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. What we got here? We got the memorial of blowing trumpets, first day of 7th month, Friday, September 11th, 2026. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24 to 26. Remind Akim and Aquathim to chat Baltimore in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start one all black boot, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. With that being said, give a courtesy salute to the teacher, which is myself, Men of Israel, Amashim, which means stand, Men of Israel, Amashim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahaba, Hashem, Yahashab, Barakatah, Yazmatah, sorry, which means turn, sisters, or Aquathium, stand, or Amajim, you know what I mean? Have your right palm over your left palm like this. The Men of Israel, give a courtesy salute to the sisters of Aquathium, Men of Israel, Amad Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Al Taba Shem Al Shah. Yazbatah, class dismissed.